Joey had a lot of cards that I feel like he underused. And I know that we are aware of a lot of his iconic monsters that he used, like Jinzo, Red Eyes Black Dragon. But I think that there are better cards, especially the last monster that I will show you, that he could have used for his own advantage. I'm going to go over a list of monsters that he has in his deck that he relied on, and then we'll just talk about them, how we used them, and how they were relevant to the show. And eventually we'll go to the final monster, which I think he should have used more often. So let's start off with some of the monsters that we have here. We're going to start off with Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Joey used this card in Duelist Kingdom against Bandit Keith when he transformed his Red Eyes Black Dragon. This card is awesome. I like the artwork that is on it, and especially this specific variant. I picked this up from Japan actually. Next I have is Rocket Warrior. Rocket Warrior Joey used against Meiko Tsunami in the Battle City arc of Duel Monsters, and I think this card is awesome. He actually used this card later on for the Battle City finals, I believe, where he summoned one of his other boss monsters that we'll talk about later on. Gearfried the Iron Knight. The one time that I know he used it was against Weevil Underwood, and I remember that he shared a background story of Gearfried being a swordsman who used this iron armor to seal his power because he was so powerful and he was afraid of his own strength. So I have this next set of cards here is the Gearfried, the Swordmaster himself, and Release Restraint. I love these artworks right here. The next monster he used is Hayabusa Knight. Hayabusa Knight he used against Odeon in the Battle City finals. This was when everybody believed Odeon was Merrick. Next is Time Wizard. This card he initially used against My Valentine in Duelist Kingdom, and he used it to transform his baby dragon into Thousand Dragon. Panther Warrior. Joey used this against one of the rare hunters in Battle City. I remember he tributed his scapegoat tokens to attack. Panther Warrior is such a nice looking card, especially this one right here in particular. Next card I have is Insect Queen. Insect Queen Joey won from Weevil Underwood due to Battle City rules. He used it against Odeon in Battle City as well. He considered using this card as one of his deck masters before he ultimately decided on Flame Swordsman. And Flame Swordsman himself. This is another card that Joey really liked. And honestly, I really love the artwork on this. Next one is Guilford the Legend. This one he used against Yami Merrick in the Battle City finals. And this is the monster that he sacrificed Panther Warrior, Rocket Warrior, and Lava Golem to summon. Guilford the Lightning is such a cool looking card. Next I have is Jinzo. Jinzo he won from Esperoba in Battle City, and he used it first against a tag team duel with Yugi against the rare hunters Loomis and Umbra. One of his most legendary monsters, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Black Dragon he won against Rex Raptors in Duelist Kingdom. My Valentine actually was the reason that this duel happened. Rex Raptor wanted to duel Mai, but Mai first wanted him to duel Joey. So Joey ended up wagering his Time Wizard for the duel. And Joey first used Red Eyes against Weevil Underwood in Duelist Kingdom. This leads to the final monster that I really think Joey should have leaned on. And it could have been another one of his boss monsters. And it is Sword Hunter. Sword Hunter Joey used against Duke Devlin. He used it to destroy Duke's Oni tank T-34. And then he equipped it to itself to gain 200 attack. And he also considered using this card as one of his deck masters. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroys a monster or monsters by battle and sent it to the graveyard this battle phase, equip all those monsters from the graveyard to this card as an equipped spell card with this effect. The equipped monster gains 200 attack. So this monster is so good because it adds more attack to its original attack and is useful to removing that monster from the opponent's graveyard. Joey grew as a duelist. You know, he was more of a luck-based duelist. You would see him using cards like Graceful Dice and Skull Dice to modulate attacks. But I really think that he could have used something like Sword Hunter to his advantage just because of its naturally built attack modulating effect. And you know, he also had a card like Legendary Sword that was specific to him, and it is attached to a warrior monster, so it could gain 300 attack and defense. And I really think he could have used Sword Hunter to his advantage. This card would look so good in a secret rare. Let me know what you guys think. What other monsters you think that he could have used? I mean, I want to tell you guys one thing. Joey started off dual monsters with his first card being this right here, Kagamusha of the Blue Flame. And he grew as a duelist to using cards like Sword Hunter. And I really think that this card has an advantage over many of his other monsters that previously were shown before this. One is that, just like Red Eyes, it is level 7. It has more attack than Red Eyes. So if you're going to use a 7-star monster, then this is better than Red Eyes just in itself, other than it has a lower defense stat. But it's the same level, higher attack, and it is an effect monster, which has a pretty good effect in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're here for Duel Monsters. I got way more videos to show. Let's have fun. Thank you for watching.